know about you guys, but I've heard this so much. It's when men get praised for being loyal in the relationship. What do you mean? Like, I've literally heard girls say before when they're complaining about their man, that their man's done something wrong or whatever, and they're like, yeah, but you know what? He's so loyal. Loyalty is the bare minimum. In my opinion, loyalty should not be praised in a relationship. Loyalty is literally the basics.
Check out these poll results from asking 2,000 women. 43% of them have a backup man if their current relationship ends. 8 out of 10 are in contact with that backup man. 15% said that their feelings were stronger for the backup man. 50% said that their partner was aware of the backup man. 1 out of 5 admitted that the backup man was a friend of their partner. And 1 out of 10 said that the backup man had already confessed their undying love. Loyalty is gendered. It shows up statistically. Why is it if a problem arises, a woman's instinct is to just look for an alternative instead of to stay, to show loyalty, to try and fix that problem? I know I'm making massive generalizations. Of course, there are exceptions. I'm talking about a trend.
Then I shall file my petition for divorce tomorrow. I am divorcing you for adultery.
Please, Walter, don't be so hateful. We didn't mean to hurt anyone. Charlie and I have fallen in love.
Tomorrow morning we either leave for Meitan Fu, or I shall file my petition.
Walter, you can't be serious about taking me into the middle of a cholera epidemic.
All right. Here's what I'll do.
Charlie. His offer comes with a condition.
I'm not a rich man.
He doesn't want your money. He's agreed to let me divorce him if Dorothy will agree to divorce you. And if you'll promise to marry me.
You know, darling, whatever happens, we must try to keep Dorothy out of it. I know Dorothy nothing in the world will induce her to divorce me.
You don't want to divorce her.
Kitty, please, we'll work this out, I promise.
I'm coming with you.
Good. I thought you might.
But you slept with another man.
And you had a vasectomy behind my back.
How am I supposed to get over this? Every day there will be this kid in our lives that will be a reminder of what you've done.
So, I mean, are you saying that if I don't have the baby that you'd come back? Because I can't, that would break me.
I would never ask you to do that. But I don't want another child. How could you do this?
I don't know. Honestly, I just wasn't feeling good about us or about me. And the girls are growing up so fast. And then it happened and I realized it was all bullshit.
Really? Because now it's a new life.
Okay, no. You know what? You need to lay off the whole you're the grown-up and we're the kid part already, because walking out on mom when she's pregnant, that's not a very grown-up thing to do.
I get that you feel that way.
No, don't you talk down to me.
You're still my child.
Yeah, you know what? This is about your new child.
It's not his fault. It's not his.
What?
It's not his. It's not your dad's baby.
The Notebook. The most famous love story on the planet is about cheating.
Yes, it is.
Bridges of Madison County is about cheating. Titanic is cheating. Pearl Harbor is cheating. So all of these big box movie classics that are love stories are all based on infidelity.
And it's based on women not being happy with the current relationship.
Right.
And they romanticize it. Right. And that happiness is put over everything else.
Right.
Do you know what I've noticed about women's fantasies, like when it comes to romance? Their ideal sense of romance is literally just cheating.
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't think this was true. I was like, man, he's just cherry picking examples. And then I did some research and he is 100% correct. Like, think about all the most popular romance movies ever. Sleepless in Seattle, cheating. You've Got Mail, cheating, 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 and some underage bullshit. International cheating. Oh my God, so much cheating. Cheating, but with good music. Cheating, but with comedy. Rich people cheating. Cheating down under. Old people cheating. And cheating plus music. Like, it is undeniably true. Every fucking successful romantic movie in like the last 4 decades has just had cheating. That's the women's fantasy. They get with a man, the movie convinces you that man is not good, and then they fucking cheat on him. They cheat on him with the hero of the story. And they're not even subtle about it. The movie is just like, hey, you're with this guy, go cheat on him so we can have a love story. And women are just like, oh my God, isn't it so romantic? No, you know what would have been romantic? Leaving the guy you're with and then dating the hero. Ladies,
Check out these poll results from asking 2,000 women. 43% of them have a backup man if their current relationship ends. 8 out of 10 are in contact with that backup man. 15% said that their feelings were stronger for the backup man. 50% said that their partner was aware of the backup man. 1 out of 5 admitted that the backup man was a friend of their partner. And 1 out of 10 said that the backup man had already confessed their undying love. Loyalty is gendered. It shows up statistically. Why is it if a problem arises, a woman's instinct is to just look for an alternative instead of to stay, to show loyalty, to try and fix that problem? I know I'm making massive generalizations. Of course there are exceptions. I'm talking about a trend.
This is why you come to Miami for? This is why you come to Miami? This is why you come to Miami? What? You think I'm still back your name tatted on me? I got your name tatted on me!
Look, you gotta stop, alright? Relax. Nobody told you to get my name tatted on you. Now you look stupid with my name tatted on your back. Relax. Come inside. Because he's not leaving you, you're not leaving her.
What's the craziest?
Can we talk about the DNA testing center? I had 2 guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing
it's two
mandatory.
It's 2 scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on the deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type. There's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out that because of medical reasons. You mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accused.
In the case of 4-month-old Felicity, Justin, you are not the father. In the case of 4-month-old Felicity, Tim, you are not. In the case of 7-week-old Andrew, Trevin, you are not.
Mr. Gonzalez, it has been determined by this court that you are not the father.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I still come around and see Amaya and help her out if I can? Because for a year and 4 or 5 months, she's been my daughter and she's still going to be my daughter. And I told her that before she came in the show. I got on my knees and I told her that no matter what, even if they say no, I still want to be part of Amaya's life because my dad raised me since I was 6 weeks in my mom's belly. And that's a real man right there. I never met my real dad.
Is not the father. The next result is for Mr. Matthews. In the case of Holman versus Drumgold and Rich, when it comes to 2-month-old Alani Holman, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Matthews, you are not the father. It seems like you were surprised, Mr. Matthews.
I am. But, you know.
Somewhere deep inside, you thought you were.
Yes, ma'am.
It's important, I'd like to say, that even though you are not the father, I do not want you to take this out on Ms. Holman, to start a negative cycle of abusive language and comments because of your disappointment. We are here today going through all of this for a purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's so we can turn a page and help lift her up.
Yes, ma'am.
These results are for Mr. Drumgold. In the case of Holman versus Drumgold and Rich, when it comes to 2-month-old Alani Holman, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Drumgold.
At the end of the day, I just wanted to know.
Ms. Holman.
I know her. Meaning, this ain't it. Like, us three ain't it.
When it comes to 2-month-old Alani Holman, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Drumgold, you are the father.
Exactly.
Don't go there, Ms. Holman. Don't go there.
At the end of the day, I just wanted to know.
And why do you have the tears? Is it because you feel like you've missed things in her life, or you feel like...
That, and it shouldn't have had to come to this.
Ms. Holman, your back is turned and your body language is off. If you turn and shift your focus, you see that Mr. Drumgold has very real tears of hurt because he knows what he did. He knows he wasn't there. He will have to explain why he wasn't there. You might have to explain it as well, that we were in a situation right back then. Mr. Duquois, you are not the father. You are not Levi's biological father. The next result will be for Luke. And you say specifically it was Luke was the child that she said could be yours.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. In the case of Wolf versus Shelton, when it comes to 22-month-old Luke Wolf, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Duquois, you are not the father. So, Mr. Shelton, now that I've read the results from Mr. Duquois, and he is not the biological father of either twin, does this change your feelings about the possibility for you being their father?
No, Your Honor. If I'm their father, I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to take care of both of them if they're both mine.
Jerome, let's have the envelopes for Mr. Shelton. In the case of Wolf versus Shelton, when it comes to 22-month-old Luke Wolf. It has been determined by this court, Mr. Shelton, you...
If I'm the father, I'm gonna do what I have to do.
When it comes to 22-month-old Luke Wolf, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Shelton, you are not the father.
Surprising to me, Your Honor.
Miss Wolf, you said Levi was Mr. Shelton's child. Here are the results. In the case of Wolf versus Shelton, when it comes to 22-month-old Levi Wolf, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Shelton, you are not the father. Neither Mr. Shelton or Mr. Duquois are the father of either twin. Ms. Wolf, do you know who is? This is so unfortunate for the children.
I mean, I don't know how to find them.
Do you know where the person is?
We were in Oklahoma.
How about the guy you say that you were with and you used the condom? Is that the person you're thinking about? All right. And the stakes are so high because the children need their father. They need to know. Mr. Shelton's been already...
Thank you for coming.
Well, you've gotten child support papers.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's important that you now move swiftly in your home court.
Yes, Your Honor.
But I'm just so sad for the children.
Me too.
Mr. Duquois, do you still plan to be in the children's life?
I do. I will be there no matter what. Even if I do have to help her find this person, whoever it is, you know, or...
Good. I want to say that is honorable. We talk about science here all the time, but love is the greatest thing of all.
And tell him you hit me.
What? Ms. White, you doing way too much manipulating.
Well, I'm just trying to fix everything. Trying to work on it.
When is the last time you cheated?
It's been months.
How many months?
Since February.
So the last time you cheated was in February, and you're pregnant now?
Yes.
Is there any chance at all that this child you're carrying is not your husband's?
No, it's 100% his.
Do you believe that, Mr. White?
No, because she just caught herself up in a lie because she just told us that she didn't sleep with him, but she just admitted to cheating in February. After the years of sitting here dealing with cheating, you learn how to catch people when they're sitting there trying to change up their story.
So, Miss White, I don't understand why are you still holding on to the lies? We're here now. If you say you want to fix your family and you want to try to have your husband, your marriage, you gotta be honest. I have to ask you again. Did you sleep with the other man in February on Valentine's Day?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So the truth is that because of this, you do not know for certain whether the child you're carrying is Mr. White.
No, I know it's his because around the time I got pregnant, I have not slept with nobody.
Mr. White, does that somehow alleviate your doubt at all?
If Savannah comes back just being the only one that's not mine, I have the decision to sit there and either try to make it work with her or to call it quits. But if more than one comes back not mine, there is no working on it. It is over.
I think it's time we go to the results. Jerome? It has been determined by this court, Mr. White, you So we've gotten one answer, but this court also has the other answers you requested. I don't understand, why are you still holding on to the lies? We're here now. Did you sleep with the other man in February on Valentine's Day?
Yes, Your Honor.
If more than one comes back not mine, there is no working on it. It is over.
In the case of White versus White, when it comes to 3-year-old Savannah White, it has been determined by this court, Mr. White, you are her father. How do you feel?
I feel happy.
How do you feel, Ms. White?
Relieved, because he's a great dad and I want him to be all of my children's father.
All right. So we've gotten one answer, but this court also has the other answers you've requested for the other children. I will meet you in my chambers where I will deliver those results. Court is adjourned. This first result is for your oldest child, Natalie. Mr. White, you are her father, okay? This next result is for Drew. Mr. White, you are Drew's father. And this last result was a prenatal test for your unborn child. Ms. White, I just want to know, do you truly believe Mr. Hodges is the biological father without a doubt, or is it that you so desperately want him to be because this is the family in your mind you wanted to put together?
No, I believe it.
You do?
That's the only person I was with.
Mr. Hodges and Miss Blevins, what kind of relationship have you built with Lillian thus far? She's 1 month old.
We've been keeping her. We've been seeing her since we first found out about her. Christina lets us see her, and we've had her for over a week now, spending time with her. And Your Honor, I want to say I don't want no hard feelings with Christina. I just want to know if this is my grandbaby.
Mr. Hodges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell the court how you feel. You've developed a bond thus far with this beautiful baby.
I would feel betrayed, hurt. I want the baby to be mine. I
You do?
Yes, Your Honor.
You sincerely want this baby to be yours. Even though you're married to someone else right now, you still really want this baby to be yours.
Yes, Your Honor. Being there with her, just get attached. I'm used to her being there.
Well, I believe I've taken enough testimony, and I am ready for the results. How about you? Thank you, Jerome. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Hodges, I want to meet with you in my chambers.
He's married, and I just wanted a family.
Because you're out there just spinning.
Feel betrayed. I want the baby to be mine.
In the case of Hodges versus Willard, when it comes to 1 month old Lillian Willard, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Hodges, you are the father. You are not the father.
Are you sure? You sure? Are you sure?
So sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I made a mistake, man. It's a mistake, man.
I am so sorry, but it is not a mistake. You are not baby Isaac.
But he can be his father. It doesn't matter if DNA or not. He can be that because that's his father. Just because he has a daddy that don't care, why can't he be the daddy that does?
You are not the father. Mr. Wallace, what are you feeling? You really thought you were?
Yes. I thought he was too.
I fought her for 2 years.
I feel bad for him if he really feels
Girl,
like
you don't be quiet.
I do.
Be quiet. So, Ms. Wallace, your mouth has run a marathon today. I'm serious. Do you know who is?
I would say no.
A man doesn't want to raise a kid that he thought was his and finds out that kid isn't his. That's our biggest fear.
That's just a dumb fear, honestly, because there's like bigger things in the world, like
me?
dying. She could raise her son to be such a noble man that regardless if his wife or whatever did cheat and he wanted to take the responsibility of raising that kid, that is a high value man to me.
He had no choice. Remember.
Loyalty is the bare minimum. In my opinion, loyalty should not be praised in a relationship. Loyalty is literally the basics.